Welcome to the premiere episode of the Wrap-Up, presented by the Motion Picture Club, motionpictureclubs.com. This is Anthony, Ravi, and Matt. Now we're going to talk about the spoilers review for Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now before we do that, we're going to have Ravi and Matt talk about their experiences at the New York City premiere. I'm sorry I messed this up for you guys. It's not the world premiere because they had it at like Mexico the night before. So it was the New York City premiere, domestic. Hope you guys weren't, too sad about that.
I was totally fine with it. Matt?
I had no idea that the world premiere would be in Mexico. That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know if there was another one even the week before that, but I was noticing like, oh, we weren't the first stop. America's always second.
Mexico was first, yeah.
So, you know when that won't happen?
What?
Trump 2016. It will not happen. Bring Superman back.
Superman, once you go over the wall, you can't come back.
You know what? Very apropos to this movie. Make Superman great again.
Yes.
Oh, man. That is actually perfect.
But, thanks to Motion Picture Clubs, we got tickets and we were actually able to walk the red carpet. I don't know if you guys saw, but we were the guys who the Motion Picture Club Twitter tweeted, and we got retweeted a bunch with Henry Cavill.
You're welcome. 14,000 impressions.
Was it actually 14,000?
At one point, I think it was. That one that got retweeted like 50 times. Very good one. I'm going to give a shout out to like Henry Cavill org or something like that. One of those fan sites. Anything with Henry Cavill. You put a hashtag triple team or triple stacking. What is it? Nerds Gone Wild. I was going nuts at that Palm Sunday dinner table.
You were going intense with those hashtags. It was crazy.
I don't always do it. I've noticed something new. So because you guys did this, I didn't get all the pictures because I do this all the time. Don't do Instagram. You know how it says share on Twitter, share on Facebook?
Yeah, it doesn't show the actual picture.
Doesn't show the actual picture, so people don't retweet it.
But we had a great time. We thoroughly enjoyed the movie. However, we both came out of seeing it at the premiere, stoked.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. However, now that both of us have had time to rewatch, we tempered our expectations a bit.
I will say also though, is there any celebrity you want to put on blast right now?
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller?
Oh, no, Frank Miller was the best. If we're going to put anyone on blast, let's put Diane Lane on blast.
Yes.
Wait, Diane Lane. I thought she wasn't the worst, though.
No. Diane Lane, no, she was the worst because this is what happened. She's walking down the carpet, right? We ask her for a picture. She goes, no, I can't do that. And our friend James, who was with us, he says, please, I've had a crush on you for 15 years. She turns around. That's where I got my picture from. She goes, oh, that's nice. She keeps walking.
Wow.
No, that's not the worst part. Next person who asks her for a picture, she takes a picture with them.
It was savage.
I mean, when you think about it, though, can you blame her?
No.
Yes.
I had a crush on you for 15 years. I don't know if I would take a picture of that person either. I mean...
But no,
do I feel lucky tonight?
No, but that was after she said no already.
Yeah, but I thought the worst was Gal Gadot.
No, she didn't even acknowledge us. No. But it's
isn't that the worst then?
She's pretty enough to not acknowledge me, and I'd be okay with it.
She may be pretty, but she can't act. Oh, what? What?
Oh.
No, don't be mean.
You know what? She's better than Henry Cavill.
Oh God.
Okay, so let's break it down a little. Let's go by first. Let's talk about the performances. Who did you guys like, and who do we not like?
Wait, top three each?
Let's go. Okay, let's all go with our favorite performance because I think we all have different ones, and then we'll go with our least favorite performances. My favorite performance, Jesse Eisenberg. I love that kind. I am a fan of the magnificent bastard trope. And he basically embodied it. I'm happy to see a Lex Luthor that wins with mind games rather than I have a lot of kryptonite, come at me, Superman, because that's the real threat to Superman. Because Superman can just beat up whoever he wants. Even if someone has kryptonite, all he has to do is go far away, get a rock, throw it as hard as he can, and I don't think kryptonite can stop terminal velocity. But someone who can convince Superman that he is doing the wrong thing, that is the better Lex Luthor. And that's why I love Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, some people might say, oh, he was cartoonish, oh, he was manic, but he embodied the kind of person who could get into Superman's head. Someone who is a little messed up himself. But I will say there were a few shades of the Joker in him, and I kind of want him to be a little more Lex Luthor and a little less manic. Like the speech he made to everyone at the gala, where he just starts rambling, that was a little to me.
Yeah, I totally agree. That was the only time, because I want Lex to be like that. I almost want him to be like Batman and Bruce Wayne. That to the public, he doesn't seem like a manic, crazy person. That he seems like maybe charismatic, but still in control. He seemed like he was drunk in that speech.
He looked like he just pissed his pants and didn't know how to recover.
Yeah.
That explains it. Although I didn't pick up on it, somebody was saying he's given that story and he mentioned Zeus.
Yes, he does. I know.
And they go to Wonder Woman.
I noticed
and
Wonder
she
Woman.
gives like a reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she gives
There's so many little things in this movie.
That's the thing. The little things are what I noticed at the first thing. I didn't notice the big flaws. I noticed.
Now you noticed those because you only saw it once, right?
I saw it twice.
Oh, you saw it twice. So you noticed it the first time?
No, the first time I noticed the little things. Like, Matt can tell you, I was sitting next to him. Every time one of those little things happened, I was tapping his shoulder. I was like, yo, look at that.
It was of the nods to the DC universe and what they were building that really caught me the first time in, the gigantic action sequences. But then when you see it again, and you get all of that, the haze away from what you're viewing, it's a lot of stiff performances covered in explosions.
With some bad pacing. But performances first. Who was your favorite?
Yo, could WB quote you on that one? It's probably the best they're going to get.
It's true.
All right, your favorite, Matt?
My favorite would have to be Amy Adams as Lois Lane. I feel like all right, she doesn't get a lot to work with, but she's actually one of the few characters in the movie that gets her, the character she's portraying perfectly.
Yes.
She gets it down to a point, and you gotta respect it. Like I did like Lex, but I felt like Amy Adams, even if Man of Steel was awful, she was the one thing that shined in that movie too. She stands out in this whole franchise to me. And while it is sad that, a secondary character stands out, I'm really happy, and I'm really hoping they go with the Lois Lane spin-off film.
No. Lois Lane spin-off film.
Yes.
I
Take my money, Warner Brothers.
Maybe I have a problem with the character. Maybe that's what it is.
All right, so who's your favorite, Anthony?
I mean, I'm going to go Ben Affleck. Because, I would say it's either a toss-up between Ben Affleck or Jesse Eisenberg.
But you go with Ben Affleck now. Because
I'll go with Ben Affleck. That's what I was thinking. But, I mean, first of all, the 9/11 scene, basically, that's what I'm going to call it. Because that's what's happening.
Man, that's what I thought when I...
So, first of all, let's have Zack Snyder. He's got to make a 9/11 film because, Jesus... My God, with Ben Affleck,
that was tough.
I just having I didn't think they were gonna have actually do that he was talking to somebody as it was going down, and then he has the whole character that comes into play later with the legs, and then he saves a little girl, and then just looks up. I was like, oh my God, Ben Affleck just totally nailed Bruce Wayne in that instance.
Want to know something funny about that scene though?
Yeah.
Because it was loud, I didn't know if he was saying Jack. I thought he was saying Dad. Because for some reason, I thought Thomas Wayne survived because he was talking in the beginning. So I thought, oh my God, is that Thomas Wayne dying? But it obviously wasn't. I figured out later.
Now, little segue, right? I loved the opening scene. Now, I know some people hated it, right? Because they didn't want to see it again.
Awesome.
I thought... It was just perfect. And I like Zack Snyder, because I was going into the movie not saying I wanted to hate it, but I expected to be middle, very middle on it. That scene won me over from the beginning. That I was like, this is great. Putting the cemetery scene spliced with the murder.
I didn't think it was great until I finally breathed a sigh of relief when him flying on the bats was fake. I was like,
Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
God, that actually, I got scared for that when that was going on, and if he didn't say like dream, I was gonna walk out of the theater crying. Like it was.
So wait,
That
even
was
if
tough.
so you think he needed to say it? If he didn't say it,
If he didn't say it was a dream, I'd just be like Zack Snyder just had a fever dream and
Yep.
he lost it. Which he sort of did.
I mean, like you could say if they didn't say dream, you could say maybe he fell down there and then he had a vision. You know,
Yeah, but
when
like
he
unless
fell
he
into the hole.
yeah, but I mean that sequence, that whole like series of events, it was everything based in like all of those things happened. So
Yes.
it would be like, oh man, he got lifted up on the wings of bats. He's like some kind of devil, some kind of Batman.
No, that's true. The
But
devil,
no, what I
devil
don't
from the
understand-
ground.
Yeah, what I don't understand, he's
Yeah.
been operating for 20 years, and this is the first time the newspapers are getting to him.
I just think haven't talked about it ever.
Oh, you
So-
know what I think might have happened? He wasn't this brutal until now.
So
That's
yeah,
what I
my
think.
guess is the branding and stuff like that.
He probably didn't start that until after the 9/11. I mean, until after Man of Steel.
You know what's the stupidest thing too? Why would the Bat brand mean that all the prisoners are going to be against you? Like what? They represent Batman now?
Yeah,
Did you hear about that?
I didn't understand that.
Because he said if you have the Bat brand, you're not going to get out alive. What?
Yeah, it's not like you're a friend of Batman. It means you're in there because of Batman too, just like the rest of them.
I didn't get that statement at all. I was like, unless like maybe the
That's the thing, I
officers
didn't
are beating
notice
them
those
up. Or...
things going on.
I know what I thought it was is that after they rat out, like they snitch all the details, that's when he brands them.
So it's a snitch brand.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It could be.
That could make sense, actually.
Yeah, because
Well,
he was
you know what?
torturing that guy in the beginning of the movie.
Well, you know what, Snyder? You should have put that in, or it might be in the DVD.
That does make sense.
30
Like
more
you're a
minutes.
snitch.
30 more minutes.
See, there's a lot of things like that, and I probably picked up on most of them. And it's like, sure, it's asking a lot from your audience, basically. I don't know.
Like I said, we were a bit high on the adrenaline from. We said we weren't.
I
said
wasn't.
we weren't. Matt,
I loved it. I loved it.
You went down.
It.
You went down, though, I think.
Yeah, we both went down.
I went down, and I can tell you the one reason I went down. And it is listening to Henry Cavill speak.
Oh, my God.
Like, for me, I saw the rough cuts. Like, the cuts were a bit rough in the way it jumped around.
Yeah.
And the plotting and the dialogue were not the best. But like you said, though, that's how a comic book is. The dialogue is never good in a comic book. The plotting is never good in a comic book.
Nope.
Snyder has some, the other, Scott Snyder, right? He's got some good stuff.
He does, but this was more like, this was very 90s, early 2000s. Like, this was All-Star Batman and Robin. This was Death of Superman. It wasn't even Dark Knight Returns. It was
There
more
was definitely homages to Dark Knight Returns at the very least.
Yeah,
like, what I was
like,
waiting for, this is just a super spoiler, but I'm probably going to forget this. So, the cemetery scene at the end, I really wanted them to do something like how Batman is at the end of Dark Knight Returns, but make it in reverse and make it Superman. You remember at the end of the comic?
Yeah.
And like
that
having, instead of Carrie Kelly, be it Amy Adams, and then Batman just comes up to it and like gives a wink and just walks away. Something like that. Like it was all a setup, just so he could maybe go undercover. I don't know. Which would be stupid. But at the same time, it would just be like some, I don't know, like poetry. Because I wanted that to happen, rather than what the ending actually was, which we'll tackle later on, because that's a whole mess.
Sorry, you know who's trending on Facebook right now? Ezra Miller, and he looks like such a douche, and I just can't get to like him.
You're telling me you're not excited for Flash with a ponytail? Because, hell, I am. With his dirt stash. Tasty.
But yeah, I mean, we're thinking back with Ben Affleck, though. I like his version of Batman, but I don't know if that's really him, per se. But I do like his Bruce Wayne. I think he nails, like, that older Bruce Wayne and bringing some more ideology principles to it.
Alright, so, like the least. Me, who I like the least? Doomsday. Doomsday looked like a troll from Lord of the Rings.
Where'd his penis go? That's my question.
And he also was not anatomically correct.
Yeah.
You don't know Kryptonians.
What about you, Matt? Who do you like the least?
Who do I like the least? Well, I've said it over and over again.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill is Superman, but I liked his Clark Kent this time. In the rare appearances that we got Clark Kent, he seemed exactly like he is in the comics to me. I think that while Henry Cavill has done his research on the Clark Kent role, there hasn't been enough good Superman stories in a while for him to really truly get behind that character and understand where he is. So I kind of understand the stiff acting, but then there's his comments where he's like, "Oh, I only do this for the money." That makes me think he doesn't even want to be.
Does he really say that?
Yeah, he said that in a recent interview, and it's like,
oh my god,
it just felt like he just didn't want to be in this movie.
That's why I was shocked he took pictures with us.
Now wait a minute, did you see Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Carly Rae Jepsen is at Terminal 5.
No, I refuse to watch that movie. It did not look like a good time.
Man from
Because
U.N.C.L.E.?
Ravi and I went to that premiere.
And we liked it.
So the question is, do I like him better in this or that? I don't know.
I think Armie Hammer was better than him in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah,
Armie
Hammer
Hammer's
was
awesome,
better than him,
though.
but he probably was better in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
Than Superman.
You know what he played, Matt? He played basically a less boozy Archer in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah,
Less boozy
definitely.
Archer.
Give that a shot.
Like Archer from the show Archer.
Yeah,
he's like a less drunk Archer. He played basically.
I can get
an American
behind that.
James Bond, basically.
Like
Pierce Bronson James Bond.
All right.
Probably something like that. Like he's a little bit more comical,
and
not like Daniel Craig, you know.
And it was a fun movie. It was a fun movie. It was like Get Smart, but a little more serious.
Oh God, Get Smart was trash.
No. I meant tonally.
Oh, I don't want that movie. You turned me off.
No.
I went from 6 to midnight, and then I just went all the way around again.
No.
Give it a try.
My bad. No. What I meant is,
Jesus.
it's not a super serious comedy movie. I mean, spy movie. It's not Mission Impossible. That's what I mean.
Oh man.
All right, so
anyway,
I would say
Anthony, who's your least favorite?
Because I think Henry Cavill, I'm going to give him an out because I don't think it was his fault. There's some things like that line that he gives right after he saves Amy Adams and he knows his mother's in trouble. Like, spoilers, you're supposed to be out of here if you don't listen to it. But he gives that line great. Like, he says something like, I have to, get Batman's help or I'm going to have to kill him or something like that. The dialogue's just bad. Like that. So I don't think it's really Henry Cavill that I have a problem with. So I'm going to go with least favorite. She doesn't have enough parts. I think Gal Gadot. I'm not a huge fan. So,
really?
Because let's look at her.
She was the best part of the movie.
I don't know what they're talking about. Like, so this is. I was hoping she would be the Hulk of this movie. People are talking about these marketing studies that were done. Most people are going to Batman vs Superman to see Wonder Woman. If you were one of those people, I think you're probably disappointed. Because do we even get her name? Like, we know her name, Princess Diana.
I think they said
they say it
at one point.
Miss Prince.
Yeah.
Is that Miss Prince?
Miss Prince. They say it like once, right?
Diane Prince.
Diana
Prince. Yeah.
It's like a thing where I did not like her human character. I just didn't buy it. I wasn't a big fan.
Was very generic. He's just like svelte woman with foreign accent and.
But isn't that like her acting?
Strapless dress.
No, I mean it's a combination of her acting and the screenplay. Now, of course, in her fight with Doomsday, she has some good moments. She has that moment where she gets hit down and she comes back up and she's smiling. Like, that's great. The lasso, it's great. But overall, I am not really looking forward to that image they keep showing of her and Chris Pratt from Captain America. I am not really looking forward to that film.
Chris Pratt's not in that picture.
Oh, Chris Pratt. Wait, who
you mean
Chris Pine?
Chris
Pine. Excuse me. Chris
Pine from Star Trek.
Chris Pine
from
Star
very
Trek.
close.
You got all your brands wrong.
You got your Chris's wrong. You said Chris
I did.
Pratt.
I switched up the CPs. Come on, man. You know I'm just an initials guy. But I mean, are you looking forward to Wonder Woman?
I am.
Yeah, Wonder Woman looks good. Have you seen the teaser pictures?
I saw the teaser pictures. I think it could be good, but first of all, who is the villain in that film?
It's gonna be Ares.
Ares?
Yeah, her brother Ares.
Wait, but why would Ares...
Wait, no, it's not her brother. Is it her brother?
The god Ares. No, the god Ares.
No, I know, but she might be related to Ares. No, Ares is her mentor right now in the comics. I don't remember if they're brother and sister or, like, she's...
But why would Ares be a villain in World War I when World War II was way worse?
Is it World War One?
It's World War I, yeah.
See, I just do not like sometimes these like period pieces with superheroes. Just doesn't work.
Wait, guys! Did you also catch the fact that she's like, I haven't interacted with humanity in 100 years, but World War I wasn't 100 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
1915, bro.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh shit. Well, I wasn't a history major.
History
so
with Ravi. Don't challenge the history majors.
I studied communications, and you can tell.
I studied politics. Make America great again.
But no, 1915, it actually has been 100 years. All the veterans of World War I are now dead.
Oh, there's no more alive?
Nope.
LOL.
I want to give an honorable mention, though, for least likable, Mercy, because I really didn't think he was going to blow her ass up. Oh. I did not think he was going to blow her ass up. I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, wait, she must have got out. Wait, why would he do? Why? What did she do?
She's definitely a cyborg. I mean, the whole point of Mercy is
just talk about one thing.
Yeah, what's up?
What did you guys think about them freaking gagging and writing witch on his mom's face and then taking Polaroids of it?
I think that was great for Lex. I thought that was like...
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome, but I couldn't believe they did it.
No, yes. I can't believe they did that.
I thought it was like great though.
Like that. Although that's something I think that Lex would do. That Lex knows. All right, Superman, I can't do crap to you, but you know what? I got your mom's.
See, that's the thing where like people are like, well, why didn't he just go there and stuff like that? Like, dude, you gonna take that chance?
But what I didn't understand, why those guys just didn't shoot the mom while Batman was out there killing
I thought about that for a second, but then I was like, if you were in this situation, what would you do?
I would shoot her.
You need leverage. No, you need leverage, because if you shoot her, you're dead.
Well, that's true. They don't know if it's Batman or Superman. They just think it's Superman coming to...
That's the thing. If Batman or Superman are coming there, right, they are dead. Same thing with Lex. But Lex... See, that's the thing. I can't believe he didn't have any kryptonite for himself. That's something where I was like...
He let Batman take it.
Well, I don't think he let Batman take it, but I think he was okay with him taking it.
I mean, all right, so here's the thing. With the whole master plan, it makes sense because he's an agent of Darkseid, which I'm not a big fan of that. But how is he planning to get rid of Doomsday?
I don't think he was.
Darkseid, I'm guessing?
No, I think the whole plan was that he sort of just was going to let it go around. Like, he didn't have an escape plan after that. He didn't think up until that point.
So he was just figuring, because we know... Which, by the way, people are complaining there's no after-credit scene. In my opinion, the after-credit scene is Batman with Lex. That's an after-credit scene.
That's basically the after-credit scene. The
ding, ding,
ding,
it's like...
the ding, 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 the bell's been rung. That's the Thanos tease right there. That's
right there. Although I think they're going way too fast into this.
They have to, though, because they have to catch up to Marvel.
But see, the way I would have done it, right? Although this is going into more speculation than review, I would have done Brainiac next, and then do Darkseid.
But I've heard rumors that Brainiac might be the next one.
For Justice League 1 and then Justice League 2, they might go Thanos.
Yeah, but no...
Darkseid.
I hope they don't bring Superman back. Tomato. I don't want him back.
Me neither. I kind of hope he stays dead, but we know he will come back.
It's because of the dirt. They ruined everything they... So, everybody that's seen the movie, Superman dies in the hand of Doomsday. They have, like, is it a 15-minute funeral or something like that?
It's like
just
20
like there's so
minutes.
many moments where
Lois
you're
gets
just
a
like...
ring.
The movie's gonna end.
Why would the mom give her the ring?
The mom
He's dead.
It's like Martha was just like, you know what? I hate you.
Which Martha?
that scene.
I never knew that, by the way. I never knew that.
Me neither.
And he reviews comics.
No, like I've read it for years, and they always call her Ma Kent. I never realized her name was Martha.
I thought that was great. People are talking about. So let's jump to that, right?
That's fine.
Let's jump to the Batman
now that
Superman
we've
fight.
discussed the acting, let's just go to our just thoughts about parts of the film.
Yeah, so we're just gonna jump to the Batman Superman fight, right? So let's start with Lex throws Amy Adams off of Lois Lane off of a building. I thought that was great. The call of Superman, just like a little dog.
Wait, guys! I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Because so Superman can find Lois Lane in Africa about to get shot, as well as being thrown off a building, but he doesn't know his mom is being kidnapped by the cagey beast.
I guess he's not paying attention to his mom. He's only paying attention to Lois.
So my guess is
that's true.
Screaming that maybe he if Lex was smart, and this was great because they didn't show it. We do see her gagged, right? And she didn't scream. She didn't scream. They show the scene.
Yeah.
She just gets caught right away.
But that's true. Maybe Superman's just a bad son. Maybe that's why he got so mad, because he's guilt.
Well, people were saying the way that they built this up, and I forgot about it, that Zod goes after his mother too, and Superman just goes apeshit.
That's true. He does.
So they really are. They want to give Diane Lane some scenes. I respect it.
But
I mean, your friend.
But you're right, Matt. In that, like, he's obviously paying attention to see if Lois is in trouble. I guess you know what it is though. Maybe remember what he said. The bomb scene kind of does it. I could have listened, but I wasn't looking for it. Maybe he thinks his mom is safe because his mom. The reason why he's always listening to Lois is because Lois also always throws herself in stupid situations.
Yes, yeah.
While his mom is safe
That's
in
true.
Kansas, his mom is just in Kansas running her little shop. He probably doesn't. He just assumes, oh, everyone knows her in Kansas. Nothing's gonna happen to my mom.
Don't talk about the super hearing because Lois uncovers the whole plot. Let's get up to the front lines, which I don't understand because I thought she had a press pass. So why doesn't she go past the barricade? But whatever. Literally, you see him. You know if you say anything, he's gonna hear it.
Yes.
Doesn't say a word.
She could have said Clark, or Superman, but I think she just didn't want to call attention to the fact that the reason why he was in Africa was because of her.
Yeah. The other guy didn't know the wheelchair was rigged, I'm assuming.
I don't know.
That was so funny.
I don't think he. All right, mass murderer Matthew.
Wait, no. I have a serious question, guys.
Yes.
Do you think they tailor pants like that? Because
yes, they do.
I'm really interested.
They do.
Okay.
Oh my god.
They do.
Wow. I'm not gonna let you be a part of the Wayne Victims Fund.
No, that's another dumb thing. They're getting creepy checks like that every week, and they never thought to tell Mr. Wayne.
That's something that I'm very confused by, because I don't think they got those every week.
He said they've been coming for the last few months.
This is what I don't understand. He says that this is where there's something wrong with this movie, because Lex says he did it, right? He said that line. You let your family die. Was that on a check or was that on something else?
It was on the check.
It was on the check. So let's look at it. Was it the exact same handwriting? And if it was,
the whole time. It was.
There's no way this has been months.
Yeah.
Right.
So unless Lex has known for a while and that this has been his plan.
But no, because when he pays his bail, he didn't know who he was, right? He said, "Who are you guys?"
Well, no.
Or something like that.
No. What I assume is Lex is intercepting his mail and getting the checks. And so he's never gotten the checks.
I'll take that.
That's why he's so bitter in general, because he's bitter at Bruce Wayne for not helping him, and he's bitter at Superman for causing his family to die.
There better be a deleted scene, just Lex whistling outside of the mailbox, taking it. Give some snappy lines.
I'm sorry, though, but as you said,
does his suspenders with the.
As you said to me privately, though, I love the fact that they introduced him playing basketball, just chilling, just shooting Jays.
Amazing. One of the best introductions of any Lex Luthor, definitely.
I think the best is that he made that three, and you're like, this is literally the whitest villain they could ever have.
That shirt, oh my god, because it's like a thing where what was the rumors originally? He was supposed to be grown up on the streets, and he had like these tattoo sleeve. You got that same thing just by that opening scene. Like, you could tell he's like one of those guys or something like that, trying to not be the corporate CEO, trying to be just like a normal guy.
Yeah.
He's trying to have that persona, but he's batshit insane. And then he has that scene with the.
Well, is he though? Is he insane? Because if he's an agent of Darkseid, maybe he's doing it because he thinks that's what's best for Earth.
That's the thing. What I don't.
Because Superman's still alive in that premonition, and the world has gone to hell.
See, my issue with that and that the whole thing, and that's why I couldn't say that Lex would be my favorite portrayal, is that the whole thing about Lex Luthor is that he hates aliens because he believes that humanity is the greatest thing on Earth. Why would he be an agent of Darkseid? He would never be supportive of Darkseid. He would always be against Darkseid. He'd even team up with Superman, which he's doing right now in the comics, to take down Darkseid.
But
like it doesn't make any sense.
He might pull a Young Justice, though, a Young Justice, where they're doing it for some greater aim to protect the Earth.
I don't.
He's worked with Darkseid. I remember that Justice League cartoon where he worked with him. Then he betrays him.
That's the thing. I think he sees Darkseid as probably the greatest threat, and this Lex and most Lexes would usually get close in order to stab him in the back.
I don't know.
They're gonna screw up Darkseid, by the way. I know it. Because I don't even understand how you make a film version of Darkseid. Do you make him overpowered, or do you make him like? Because if they're trying to chase Thanos, they have to make him overpowered.
Well, it's okay though. They can do that in Marvel because they have the universe set up already. They have the gems set up already. How are you just immediately? The thing is with Darkseid, we need to introduce Apocalypse. We need to introduce the fact that he's a new god. We have to introduce the fact that he is. That's the thing. That's one thing
I fucking hate the new gods. I think the new gods. Like, I understand, like, that's a whole big thing for, like, a past generation, but keep that shit away, because no one fucking understands it. Sorry for
Apparently it's a ripoff of Star Wars, so everyone understands it.
But no, the thing is, though...
Oh, God.
What was it? Star Wars ripped off New Gods. That's what I think it was.
One of my main complaints, though... Yeah, one of my main complaints about the film, and it's overall, they did a horrible job of world building. I know nothing about this world. I do not like that Gotham and Metropolis...
Well, wait. Give me a question. Let me see if I can answer. Because I think they did a decent job.
Like, the universe is set up. How... I don't understand how does Flash exist in this universe? How has Flash existed for so long?
Well, I'll give you that answer.
How do aliens exist? Like, how does Apocalypse and the New Gods... How did the Green Lantern Corps not stop Zod?
Well, the Green Lantern Corps doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
No. Mr. Corporate.
Yeah, dude, because they mentioned Ferris Airlines, but they didn't mention. They would have mentioned Hal if the Green Lantern was there.
Unless they skip Hal and just go John. Which
I'll say what they did was there are metahumans. Some are otherworldly, and some are of this planet. And he gives that expression early on, like when he's talking about arming the government with kryptonite weapons or whatever.
Where is Central City? Where is Star City? Where is Keystone City?
Well, I think the way they did it, and it's not what I would have chosen, but basically Metropolis is New York City, and Gotham City is Hoboken.
No, Newark.
I think
Newark.
Well, I don't care.
It's
Jersey as a whole.
Hoboken's filled of a bunch of NYU students. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think Star City and like Central City is gonna be like Cleveland or Chicago, Atlanta. I don't know.
Like I don't even know if those places exist. That's the thing. Like, we know they exist because we know the comics, but they didn't do a good job of setting up.
But see, for what you want Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I'm glad they didn't do that.
Oh, I love Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You what?
I love that movie.
All right, we got to take a tangent for a second. Hold on, wait. I will say, now I had an experience like you guys, right, where what I did was I went to the press screening and then I went to the after party for that movie because I wanted to enjoy the movie. I didn't want to be at the premiere. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to be at the press screening, but I wanted to make sure I was at the party. I came out of that saying basically, probably I was a little bit higher, but when I wrote the review, I went down to 7.5, 7 area. So I don't say I love it. I just think it nailed the death scene.
The death scene was
the rest of it,
I was cheering.
Good. That's why Matt loves it.
But the thing I hated in that movie is what you're talking about, Ravi. They tried too much world building. And they tried explaining it too. And that's what I think this movie didn't do it.
It didn't explain. It tried to world build without explaining.
Which I think that's better because it's something where it's like...
Like, how did a mother box get on Earth? How?
But you don't need to know that. See, like, I didn't know that. I didn't understand that. I didn't care. I'm just like, so this is how Cyborg was made. You know what? If I didn't watch Justice League War, I probably wouldn't have known or something like that. So it's fine. It's just like Magical Box made Cyborg. His father... Shout out to the guy that played Dyson from Terminator as the father.
We saw him.
What?
He was there at the premiere.
Oh, he was. Oh, cool. But yeah, basically, I'm fine with it. I like the Flash scene. I like that. That is something that all these movies are doing. It reminded me of the Vision scene with in episode 7.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, what is he saying? Oh God, I'm gonna have to go see it again to understand what he's saying. This is wrong. America, we got to stop doing this. Don't go see these movies twice. Go see it once. It's all good. Don't give them double money because they're just going to keep doing it.
It's true.
It's really bad, though. I don't need to see this movie like 1,000 times just to understand what he's saying. Everything should be understandable. Don't make it muffled. Don't make hidden messages in this thing like that.
But we saw it twice, though. We didn't pay the first time, so we didn't care seeing it the second time.
Do you know what he said?
Who?
You paid an opportunity cost of time. It was worth it, but you paid.
No. We both had complaints, and we didn't hear a good chunk of the dialogue at the premiere.
Yeah, that was.
Did you hear the Flash? So you guys saw it twice. Did you hear what he said?
No.
Still.
Oh my God, he was like, "You were right about him. The key is Lois Lane. You have to find us. The key is Lois Lane."
Is that the Flash, or is that?
Now, did he say Lois Lane or her?
I don't know.
He said Lois Lane. No, I remember him saying
Lois Lane.
I just kept trying to figure out who it was because he looked black, but he didn't look black.
No, I think it was definitely Flash. They actually said, and I think that CW special, the Flash represents time. He has to do with everything about time.
So it's Flash then.
So I think it's Flash.
All right.
He did have a weird suit. I don't like the Flash's suit. He doesn't. He looks like it looks like.
He's a robot suit.
No, I think Snyder said that was for time travel.
Oh, okay. I'm willing to accept that. I'll be fine with that. He better have a normal suit though.
Oh God.
But yeah, all right. So getting us back to,
guys,
what did you think?
We all talked that we liked this movie, and we shit on it.
What no?
This whole time.
I think we've shown that we liked it.
We liked it.
We liked everybody's saying those wooden performances.
The fights
I don't really see that. I think you're looking too much into it with the wooden performances, like Henry Cavill possibly, but it's really more the dialogue.
Yeah, dialogue
which is not their fault.
It's stilted dialogue, but it's not their fault. But I love the action. No, and this is what it is. It's a comic book brought to the screen. That's what it is. And it's got the same flaws as comic books, but that's what made it awesome, though, that it's a comic book brought to the screen.
Yeah. They should read, what is it? That one, Superman American Alien? Get, what's his name?
Max Landis.
Max Landis. Get him to write it. He would never do it, though.
Ever seen his YouTube Superman thing?
Yeah.
Oh, God. That man's brilliant.
Yes, he is. But, so the big main event, what was your take on the actual fight, Batman versus Superman?
I liked it because it was realistic, and I also loved how Affleck acted that scene. Like, when he saw, like, the flinches and, like...
The first flinch is great.
The first flinch where he's like, oh, crap, this guy got
shit, he knows I'm
back.
Bruce. He knows I'm Bruce.
And once he realized, like Bruce was, Superman was about to punch him, I was like, Bruce doesn't know Superman. Bruce has only seen Man of Steel Superman. He doesn't know that Superman won't punch him with full strength. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like he has that flinch because he's like, oh crap, I'm dead.
Yeah. But now, how much are you just gonna give them that he couldn't have just screamed it out loud what was happening and avoid this whole fight?
Oh, Superman?
Because this is the complaint that I've seen everybody hearing, and I don't know.
No,
I mean there really is no way around it.
How much time do you have to scream when some guy is just throwing crap in your face?
It's true, and I think it was a little thing where what I'm gonna say is he got cocky, and he's like, "There's no way this guy's gonna beat me," and then he gets his ass kicked.
No. He's probably like, it's like, look, all right, this guy doesn't want to cooperate. I'll make him cooperate.
Man, that seems great.
I don't know. I think the best fight scene of the entire movie was when Batman fought the
Thugs.
the thugs.
I mean, that was straight out Arkham Asylum or
Yeah.
City.
It was so
Yes.
beautiful.
I think that scene was great, but I think in the total, the Batman versus Superman scene was probably better, especially when the kryptonite pellet hit him when it was like a fair fight,
Kryptonite grenade,
whatever it was.
and then the
As
spear.
soon as that
Also,
happened, it
why
was
did Batman
like
make a
great.
spear?
Of course, you have to. You have to make a spear.
Why not just make a batarang?
That'd be so. Oh my god, that's like Adam West corny.
Kryptonite
A
batarang.
kryptonite batarang. Oh my god. If you make a lot of merchandise, I'll tell you that.
Would you buy a kryptonite batarang, Matt?
No, because I really like the idea of a kryptonite bullet sniper rifle because that seems like more fun.
But Batman only uses guns.
Only Frank Castle uses that.
Oh, Frank Castle.
All right, no. How about this, Matt? Your initial thing was the Daredevil quote. Do you agree with that quote again?
So when we were walking out of the premiere, someone said
Trevor Noah's
friend said, basically, it's like Daredevil never happened. Now, I watched Daredevil 2 days straight.
No.
I thought it was fantastic, but I don't agree with it anymore. I don't agree.
At that moment,
it felt like it was better than Daredevil. I think it's better than a lot of the Marvel movies, but I don't think anything at this point is quality with Daredevil because I do think that is the best superhero content out there.
I'll say this. It's like a David versus Goliath in every way contest. So you can't compare the two. If you had Batman vs. Superman with the same constraints as Daredevil,
as a miniseries,
let's say, my favorite scene, actually, in the totality of it, like if you talk about, I think this is my favorite scene, was the prison fight. I thought that was great. I thought that was even better than the Daredevil fight. When Frank Castle is just freaking murdering those people, and the way it's set up and all that stuff.
This is a BVS.
That's true. That's true. That wasn't a bad spoiler, though. Spoilers. Frank Castle murders people.
The Punisher is a killer. So spoiler.
But I won't give any more spoilers for Daredevil. I'll just say that episodes 3 and 4 of Daredevil, that's like a 2-hour movie that is better than probably... I think it's probably better than everything out there right now, even. Because that's the thing that was missing from this movie. There wasn't enough, what is Batman's ideology versus Superman's ideology, which is fine, but I thought we were going to get that. But we kind of didn't. We just got Lex Luthor's the main character, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's how it should be, really. Because they shouldn't really be like that crazy fighting with each other. But the way it's set up in the beginning, you think, like, Batman is way more well-rounded out than Superman. Which just shouldn't be the case.
Especially since we've had, 2 movies with Superman, and the only way to move forward was to take him off the table and kill him.
Yeah.
You know what could have been cut? Kevin Costner's scene.
Yes.
Need that.
Oh, let's talk about that. That was the randomest thing. That was so random. Why was Kevin Costner there?
Kevin Costner murdered horses.
Yeah.
He's a horse murderer.
Like, I may have fell asleep.
I don't understand.
Scene, I'm not gonna lie.
Like, they're making Pa Kent the worst human being to ever walk this earth. I'm sorry, the true villain of both Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman is not Lex Luthor, it's not Zod, it's Pa Kent. Because Pa Kent is giving Superman the worst advice any father has given any son.
It's real bad.
He gave him good advice in the beginning, and he was right in the first movie.
No, it wasn't. I'm gonna put my
He
hand
was right.
up.
He was right, though. But now, wait a minute, though. All this movie is is Pa Kent's worst nightmare, is it not? Isn't that what he said was going to happen?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I think it works. And people like, the more you look at it, I think it's a thing where once the whole DC cinematic universe is made, already this movie kind of made Man of Steel elevated.
Yes, it did.
And this is something where it's like,
elevate Man of Steel.
I like what they're doing with that. You never say that about Marvel films.
No.
You never really go back.
We never say, oh, Avengers 2 made Thor the Dark World elevate now. No.
Oh, God. Avengers Age of Ultron.
Which was better, though? What was better, Age of Ultron or Dawn of Justice?
Oh, God, that's a tough one.
That's tough, right? I think they're probably like the same movie.
Basically.
Avengers is still higher, I think.
Avengers 1, yes, because Avengers 1 is the culmination of everything we ever wanted.
No, I don't think that's true.
Oh.
I don't think that. I think the peak, well, if we're looking at peak superhero movie right now, I don't think anything's reached the level of Winter Soldier. Top tier, you're looking at Daredevil and you're looking at Captain America Winter Soldier. I think second
Avengers gets
Avengers and then Flash.
Flash show.
Yeah.
Flash show.
Yeah. But the thing is,
well, I think
that's what it is.
My top tier would probably be like Avengers. I don't know if it's first. There's no order. Probably like Avengers, Winter Soldier, Dark Knight. I want to put something from DC. I still don't think anything's captured that. Nothing's captured that.
You know what's funny? I've never sat through that movie in its entire. Like, I've seen the whole movie in bits and pieces, but I've never seen it straight through.
It went straight through.
Yeah.
I watched that movie so many times before I realized Joker switches the addresses. When I realized that movie took on a whole new meaning.
You didn't realize he switched the addresses?
I didn't realize it the first 2 times I saw it. No. I thought he, like, chose Harvey Dent.
No.
That made sense in my mind. Because I didn't think he would be that selfish. That's the Batman choice. Nah, he didn't. Rachel! Rachel!
Are we all going to do our best Christian Bale?
Rachel!
Swear to me! Let me just say, Michael Caine was good as Alfred, but Jeremy Irons was amazing.
Yeah, he was good.
I love Jeremy Irons Alfred. Jeremy Irons played the perfect. Okay, Bruce, I'm tired of your shit, Alfred. Like, this is the Alfred who's just like, okay, I guess we're gonna go do this Batman thing again instead of you getting, me getting some grandchildren. More Waynes for the family.
Oh yeah, that was a really great line there.
Like Michael Caine played like the best like grandfather, like father Alfred. I think Jeremy Irons played the best like tired grandfather. Like, when are you getting me some grandchildren? Like, we've been doing this for 20 years. Okay, come on, Bruce. Can we not like do something else?
Do you want to buy a pony, Bruce?
Bruce, you shouldn't get him a dog, Bruce. Bruce, you have a son. All right, I'll get him a dog, Alfred. His name is Tiberius.
Where's Ace the Bat Hound? That's my question.
Oh my God.
That's Tiberius now.
Tiberius.
Is Tiberius still alive?
I don't even care about Batman right now at all.
Comics.
I just read Endgame. I like reading it when they're in collections.
Oh, Endgame's at my library.
Good. I liked it a lot.
The trades?
Yeah.
Very good.
Like reading the trades?
Yeah, I go to my library, see what they got, pick them up, and be like, all right. They got a Daredevil one. Maybe I'll read that too.
Daredevil's so good.
So let's see. We talked about Batman versus Superman. I like the spear. I know you guys are a little bit iffy on the spear. I was a fan of that.
Setup, the stuff they're setting up for Justice League. We didn't talk too much about that.
So you're talking about the footage?
The footage.
Yeah, Aquaman's is bad.
Aquaman's footage, like, they kept teasing Momoa and all that crap.
I thought he was going to be a huge part of the movie.
I thought
it's a trailer for a porn parody. That's what I think it is.
Wait,
Aquaman scene.
Oh, man. I won't touch it.
Is it true, though?
What? No.
Matt just got, for his podcast, Matt secured an interview with the director of the
Batman vs. Superman XXX.
Oh.
Axel Braun.
I thought you were about to say the director of Batman vs. Superman. I was like,
no.
My idol?
Zack Snyder.
Yo,
I love
I'm gonna
Zack
go
Snyder.
on. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna give you the rundown of why Zack Snyder is the most visionary director.
Do it.
Oh,
Go.
do it now? Oh man, you ain't ready. Like, I watched Man of Steel the night before. No one can do action scenes. Like, I wanna understand what's in his mind. Like, I was saying it earlier. I didn't think they could reinvent the murder of the parents scene. And I respect some of you that just tuned it out. Just like, I don't care. I don't want to see this scene again. Perfectly.
Just like we don't want to see Uncle Ben die again in Spider-Man.
But see, I'm fine with if you have
I
Uncle
love
Ben
watching
die,
Uncle Ben
if
die.
you give it to me artistically and cinematically. Not like what they did in Amazing Spider-Man 1. That was not cinematic. That was not artistic. That was lazy. And just like, let's come up with a different way of doing the exact same thing. This is the exact same thing in a different way. It's like, it's really the same thing.
No,
if anything, I guess it's more out in the open.
Like, we didn't know that they were going to see the movie.
Dialogue.
There was no, like, it was just, it happened.
So I think it was in Endgame. Maybe that's why I brought in a different perspective. He talks about in his mind surviving and the idea of the gun, that when he sees the gun, he thought he was going to die that night, and then he hears 1, 2, but no 3. He captured that in the movie by showing like the close up of the gun, and you see it through Bruce's eyes. Now I think they did that in other films. I just remember in Batman Begins, I wasn't like a huge fan of that scene. Probably some
totally
of the dialogue.
forgot that happened. Like they were replaying it last night when I was at the Alamo, like that death scene, and I think that's the least iconic out of any of them because
Which one?
The Batman Begins one.
Batman Begins? See, I don't remember what was in the original Batman. Batman Begins, I just was like, the most iconic scene, I think, when he's a child is the cave, which I don't know. That one may have been better with a cave.
The floaty cave, the floaty bats.
Was that in?
That's
no,
on the
I'm
comics.
saying I think it may have been better in Batman Begins.
The cave?
Do you remember how the cave? It was more terrifying, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
this one wasn't as terrifying.
He had a love interest in that movie.
Yes, he did. That was true.
And it wasn't Maggie Gyllenhaal.
I'm so happy he didn't have a love interest in this movie.
He will, though.
Because Batman is an asexual freak.
He will in this solo movie because Alfred's gonna keep bothering him. I want it to be Talia and Damian. I want Damian to be the new Robin. That's what I want the new Batman movie to be.
Oh my God! We'll keep waiting.
Ravi, I thought you were having a heart attack there.
I'm so excited.
Now, did you guys realize one of my favorite shots of Zack Snyder, the upside down shot? He's doing this now. I don't know if it's a Superman thing or if he always did this. With Superman, when Superman is thrown around, sometimes he has the camera going so violently. When Superman is at rest, he makes the camera go upside down. I love it. I think it adds something new to like the Superman shots from like they never did it in Returns, let's say. Bryan Singer, he won't take those risks.
We'll see in Apocalypse with Ivan Ooze.
The trailer looked a little bit better, but Zack Snyder, he takes those risks. He takes so many risks. And it's like he just burns people. He burns the critics, I guess, through it. I love that about him.
But you know what? I have to say, I do like that too. Like, I even like Sucker Punch. I think he is quite possibly one of the most experimental directors that's ever been. And I love it. But
I think
I'm fucking
Sucker Punch,
tired of it.
Yeah.
I want to
Sucker
see,
Punch is probably, in my opinion, one of the worst movies ever made. And I still think there are cool shots in that film. I still think they're cool shots.
Cool. Actually, I'd watch. Oh wait, no. I was gonna be like, I'd watch Sucker Punch again before paying to see this movie again.
Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch
on DVD.
I want him to make a Nazi zombie film instead of Sucker Punch.
I don't want to see this movie again until I get the full director's cut. This movie is
Ditto.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of what else. So we could go into with Doomsday. That's where Zack Snyder, even with Batman vs Superman, he expertly orchestrated that scene. I can't imagine having a better, planned out, just cinematic cues and all that stuff. He does a great job. I can't imagine anyone else even doing it. But Doomsday was great too.
Whoever the president was in this movie, he actually acted. I hate watching movies where they're gonna nuke someone and then they're just like, should we do it? Should we do it? And everyone's all sad. In this one, they're like, nuke Superman right now. They're like, okay, sir, and they just go and they nuke Superman right now.
And also definitely a callback to Dark Knight Returns when that happened.
Yes.
When he's like recovering and stuff like that. So those little things, I think people that don't know the reference will still like it. The people that know the reference will be like, oh my god.
I'm sorry though, but the Jesus imagery just has to stop with it. Snyder has to stop.
Yeah.
With it.
Do you guys know who?
Falls, he's in Jesus.
Do you guys know who the president was?
Who?
Another callback to Watchmen. It was Patrick Wilson who played
Nixon.
No, what the fuck? It was Al. Was it Owlman? I forget.
Yeah, Night Owl.
Was. Night Owl.
Well, Owlman, that's Marvel, isn't it?
Night Owl.
I don't even know. Owlman is a character, but I don't. No, it's he's actually a DC guy. He's a DC guy.
I'll believe you. I have no idea.
It was Night Owl who was the president?
Yeah, Night Owl was the president.
Patrick Wilson's good. Yeah, I didn't realize that's why he was there. You guys met Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
No, well, we
no,
did. We did, but...
We didn't get a picture.
Oh, I remember now. The wife.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what it is. Not the real Martha. So, I'm going to defend Doomsday here. I'm just going to say...
Even without his dick?
He was ugly.
Nobody wants a Doomsday film. I think this was the perfect iteration of Doomsday. Just come in, be Lex Luthor's muscle. Did what he had to do, actually kill Superman, which I didn't think they were going to go that far. But the initial conception of him, I mean, technically that is what he looks like in the comics.
It was weird.
I don't like it, but that's what it is in the comics.
Like Lex Luthor all of a sudden goes in the ship that speaks English, I guess, and just says, "I'll hand over all controls to you, person who I don't know."
It's fine. I think they had that in the last one too. As long as he has that little thing, it's fine.
Yeah. And also, though, like Doomsday's origin in the comics is equally as dumb. So
yes.
I don't really care.
Oh man, he's in like a giant full green bodysuit with goggles. Like it's like I would much rather cave troll Doomsday than full bodysuit and goggles.
I have no problem with pants. If you want to give somebody pants, that's fine.
No, but I think my one thing is if you're gonna not
fan.
give him a pants, show the man's dick.
No,
come on.
It's a PG-13 movie, man.
They did some magical angles to avoid Michael Shannon. They did some magical angles getting him in that pool. Oh my god.
No, the thing is though, look, Snyder's already gotten enough flack for his last movie with where he showed the dicks, okay? Do not remember.
Oh yeah, Watchmen. Oh yeah. Well, what did they do? Well, he made it the pinnacle of mankind, whereas the comic books made him I guess there was an accident in the radiation, Not everything was affected.
Which I wouldn't understand. If Dr. Manhattan can, add, hands to himself, why can't he just, enhance?
It was always stupid in the comics. I don't know if it was something maybe the comics code or something like that, and they had to make it small, but...
No, it was Frank Miller.
Another conversation for another day.
It was Alan Moore. Alan Moore doesn't give two craps about censorship.
Yeah.
He worships a snake god, and he is, in an open marriage with his cult wife. I mean...
He's a strange dude, man.
True. But, I'm glad they recognized that, when Doomsday technically got killed, he comes back stronger with, a little bit of the...
Crystals.
What do you call those?
Crystals?
Like rock things? Spikes, I guess, or something like that?
It's just DBZ. When a Satan gets beat up to the point of death, he comes back stronger. That's what Doomsday is.
I mean, that's what he is. That's why he's probably going to come back, too. He's probably going to be back in one of those Justice League films. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a Superman solo. I don't know.
No, I don't think we need another Superman solo. Honestly, unless it's like web comics, web series where it's Clark Kent, the day in the life of Clark Kent, which
oh my god,
Henry Cavill will never do.
They just can't. I don't understand why they're reverse engineering this thing. It's not smart.
What do you mean?
It's like it would make more sense if they don't do the solo films, but having the big Justice League and then doing the solo films, I feel like people may not go see the solo films.
Me. Did you know that a freaking Wonder Woman's going to be a prequel? So it's like we're not even going to get any direct follow up to this.
That's the reason why I'm
not
looking forward to Wonder Woman at all.
I think it's going to be good, but I don't think it's going to be what we want. It's going to be good, but it's not going to be what we want.
It's going to be. I just want a Wonder Woman movie. So whatever form it takes, I'm going to be very happy with it. As long as it's not bad.
I'm praying Suicide Squad is good.
Suicide Squad is going to be... David
speaking
Ayer
of Suicide
movies.
Squad, Will Smith was there randomly at the premiere because he's Will Smith, and there was no Jaden, and there was no Willow. And
he's a company man. When he represents somebody, he's represented fully.
You sure? Independence Day?
No, when, right?
Oh, when?
He didn't... apparently, he's talking like they didn't come to him with the right script or something. Because he was, like, kind of sad they killed off his character or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that. He was really disappointed that they killed him off.
Yeah.
But I think it basically was that he just didn't have enough time to film it.
Because of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But now, when you say David Ayer's directing, sure. But then you know what makes me really nervous?
What?
You hear about he made this recent deal with Netflix, $90 million, him and Will Smith. He said it's because he's given all these freedoms, and it's the only way that he could tell the story.
Similar to the Adam Sandler deal.
I mean, no. Yes. Adam Sandler's like no one else is going to take him.
But no, but
he's not, he is getting more freedoms.
But the thing is, though, that was their most watched film on Netflix history, period.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Period.
But, like, that just makes me nervous. That makes me nervous, too. But I feel like Suicide Squad is, like, it's PG-13. Has he even done PG-13 films?
Who?
That director?
Ayers?
Yeah.
Ooh, no. Oh.
No, he hasn't.
What was the one? End of Watch was
End
my
of Watch
favorite.
was great, and then the one before. No, well, he did. Sabotage was okay. That was with Schwarzenegger. End of Watch was great.
End of Watch was so good.
But I mean, I have faith in him.
Fury was PG-13.
Oh,
The
Fury was good. Was that PG-13?
With Shia and Brad Pitt, I think.
Wow, they kill a lot of people in that.
Hey, look, they kill a lot of people in this movie too.
Come on, you know, I'm gonna defend. I'm defending a lot of things.
David Ayer actually started the Fast and the Furious franchise.
No.
Did he really?
Yes.
I don't know anything about him that much.
He wrote the screenplay for Fast and the Furious.
Oh, but he didn't direct.
I don't believe it.
He didn't direct it. No.
I can believe that. So yeah, because he probably wrote it as an R film.
His first ever directing role was Harsh Times, which was rated R, with Bale.
Oh, okay. I know that film. Yeah, I mean, he's an R guy. I think it'll be okay in the end, but yeah, that's going to be lost potential because they would have definitely made it R if they knew what happened with Deadpool.
That's what it is. If they had known what happened with Deadpool, I think Suicide Squad would be the DC movie to be rated R.
Yeah, they're trying to make it Lobo, what I heard. They're trying to write that script. I would not be surprised if all of a sudden Black Adam is changed to Lobo. I would not be surprised.
For Shazam?
It's Shazam the movie. I think Shazam will stay in that slot, but if they take The Rock and change him to Lobo, because he was originally...
No, I heard they're already in talks with Danny Trejo.
Oh, Danny Trejo would be a good Lobo. Danny Trejo would be a good Lobo.
But I fucking hate Lobo, so I'm like...
He's really a little bit too old, I think.
But that's exactly kind of what I want. As long as it's not...
You want Lobo to be that old?
Lobo, I'm okay.
No. See, Lobo, he doesn't have to look old, though. He just looks craggy. Lobo can just look scarred.
Like, just have to put some makeup on him, though.
Even if it's just one Lobo movie where he's, like, old as shit and he just kills people. Like Machete in Space. That's basically what it is.
But here's the question. Do you really think The Rock is a great Black Adam? I don't buy that.
I think The Rock is a terrible actor.
Maybe pick Batista. Like, because Black Adam is serious. He's not funny. Every role that, like, The Rock excels in, he's funny.
Excel. Define excel.
Hey, I think The Rock is my definition right now of box office king. You want to make a lot of money?
No.
You gotta put The Rock in a film.
That's not true.
Even Hercules made money. Even Hercules. No. That's Dwayne. That's not The Rock. That's Dwayne Johnson. That was when he rejected his wrestling roots. As soon as he came back to the family, he embraced the family in two ways. Fast and Furious. We all know what those films are about. It's not about the cars. It's not about the action. It's about family.
It's about Paul Walker being dead.
Exactly. It's all about family. There's no reason to go there.
Ravi, you got a little too fast, too furious with that one.
Hey. Freaking Lex Luthor, he's going to call his mom witch or something like that. But old granny's drink.
All right, I think
Granny's sweet tea.
I think we've basically... Oh, Holly Hunter. She was a little shoehorned in. Why was Holly Hunter in that film?
Get blown up. Spoilers.
Yeah.
I don't really know. And,
no, and Mercy.
so she never says the
love
line.
Mercy so
now
much.
wait a minute.
He killed Mercy.
She never says the line from the trailer, right? Lex says it.
Which one?
She never says power is an ascent.
No,
right?
she never said that, I think.
Lex says it. That's very,
That's trailer
I guess,
bait, though.
swervish.
Trailer bait.
Trailer bait. As long as Lex says it. I don't think it's trailer bait as long as the character says it. Like, I thought they did a great job with the whole do you bleed thing. Perfect. Perfect right where it was. Didn't need to be right before they fought.
No.
It's the first encounter.
Although, I do love how they got away with collateral damage in this one. Every time something was fighting, it was like the fight in the fight with in Gotham. The port is abandoned. When Doomsday leaves the park, good thing everyone's home after work.
How do they know they're all gone?
Yeah. And then,
Well, it's not as bad as like midday. Now that I think about it, it definitely was on purpose. This was their plan.
it has to be.
Because why did he even want that type of like shot midday in Man of Steel?
Either they adapted it really well, or they planned it. I think they just adapted it really well after they got the backlash from Man of Steel. Remember, 3 years it took them to write this movie.
I mean, yeah, but why did they? I guess they wanted it to be more bright. Because it is odd, right in the middle of the day that's happening.
Well,
Zod and Superman.
Zod doesn't care.
I mean, sure, but in terms of like Zack Snyder, he never does daylight.
That's true. Daylight never happened in a Zack Snyder film.
That's
the thing where this movie was shot so much better though than Daredevil. So I will give it credit on that. Daredevil had too many fight scenes that were too dark.
But this is
way too many.
This is a $400 million movie.
Sure, but I'm like, listen, Daredevil definitely was like $100 million budget or something. I don't know exactly, but I'm sure it was a high budget. Netflix throws money around like crazy. Maybe 50 million. But already with this budget, most of it is going to like the actors. Most of it's going like how much does Zack Snyder get paid to make this movie, right?
Zack Snyder's probably swimming in money.
Oh my God. He has that Super Bowl deal. Oh, he's swimming in it, man. But I mean, what do you think of the death of Superman? How is this going to play out?
I wish he stays dead. I want to see a Justice League without Superman.
But does that mean now when you say you loved it, you love the idea?
Yes.
That's the thing. Execution. This is where the
I
problem
thought it was fine. I thought Superman. They
so
answered,
when do you think he's going to come back? That's the real question.
They answered the question, man or God. Superman chose a different answer. He chose hero, and that's all Superman's always been. He's not a man. He's not a God. He's a hero, and that's
God damn.
And that's the hero's way. And I think that was perfect what he did.
They just can't put it in there though. Just can't put that.
I know.
Just can't put that in.
I don't know. I think.
Is he going to come back differently?
I hope they come back with a new actor.
Oh God! Do you think they're finally going to pull the little thing that they were teasing? If you guys saw that documentary, Death of Superman Lives, is he going to come back with like the black suit right from the comics?
Ooh.
Are we going to get a costume change?
I hope not. I don't. Maybe they'll give him back the trunks.
Give him long hair. I want that long hair.
Oh, the mullet.
Oh.
Mullet man.
It could change Henry Cavill forever.
Henry Cavill would not look good with a mullet, though. It wouldn't accentuate his chin very well. Okay, guys. Look, I think we've said all we could about this film. We're about an hour. We don't want to keep...
We really did.
We went in.
We went in. So...
Who was the guy, though, that was the Russian guy?
Oh, I don't remember his name, but we saw him.
He was from a lot of things. He was decent.
You know what we're talking about, right, Matt? The Russian guy. The
KG Beast.
Yes.
One that gets blown up by Batman.
What?
That's the only one, by the way, that... last thing, right? The only thing that I will say that's the one where he flat out murdered somebody. I don't really get his reasoning where he's like, I'm going to shoot her. He's like, I know. Like, don't test me or something like that. So, if Batman honestly believes you're going to shoot somebody, then it's okay to kill him.
Oh, that was Jimmy Olsen who they killed in the beginning.
Yeah, it was. Wait, did you hear about the casting? Zack Snyder was originally going to cast Jesse Eisenberg in that part, But then he was like, no, you're so good. Let me make it young Lex Luthor instead of old Lex Luthor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no. Imagine if they went old Lex Luthor. I don't think this movie would have survived.
Oh, this is the guy who was in Winter Soldier. The guy who plays the KG Beast was
That's what he was.
He was the guy who got beat up by Falcon. He was the guy who got beat up by Falcon.
Wait, he's Crossbones?
No. In Winter Soldier.
He's like Crossbones' associate.
He's the guy who duels Falcon in who guy who duels Falcon in the building as it's getting exploded.
And he was in the elevator scene. The Cap beats everybody up.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember him now. I thought he looked familiar. He had longer hair and he had all those tattoos.
But the scar is actually on his face. Like he got into like a real accident actually.
Oh,
that's his real scar.
Wow. There's a couple actors like that.
So
all right, now we're gonna cut.
Yeah, we've done everything. Thank you everyone who's listening to this. Like, we really appreciate it. And if you liked Matt's opinions, you can check out his other podcast where he goes more in depth about comic books, called the Long Box Podcast, which is on SoundCloud and on iTunes.
Yeah, and it's something else. Yeah.
It's something else.
It's something else.
I can agree to that. I can endorse that.
We hope to have you again, though, Matt. You know, we can. Well, we're just movies. If you ever want to talk film with us, you know where to come.
I'm always game for film.
All right. Thank you again, and Anthony, sign us off.
All right, you've been listening to The Wrap-Up, brought to you by the Motion Picture Club, motionpictureclubs.com. This was Matthew, Ravi, and of course, Anthony. See you next time.